The private sector, business and even government economists will be crunching the census data for insight into where the country is headed. Part of the objectives of the exercise is to ascertain the rate and pattern of urbanization, education attained by the population, and the size and nature of the available labor force.
The private sector and businesses will find that they have a ready database for making their estimates on consumer demand for various categories of goods and services, including housing, furnishing, food, clothing, recreation facilities, medical supplies, and so forth.
74% of Kenyan households have access to a radio, while 63.2% of households have access to a mobile phone. Only 28% can access a television set, 3.6% can access a computer, and even less, just 1.2% have a landline phone. 6.4 million Kenyans above 3 years have never been to any form of education at all. In that category, 17.8 million have primary education, 1.1 million have reached tertiary level, and just over 500,000 have been to university. Another 68,000 have basic literacy skills, and nearly 250,000 have been to Islamic madrasa classes.
We have shown the social characteristics, the education, how many people are pre-primary, how many people are in secondary. We have shown the water resources, the sources of water resources. We have also shown the assets in each house. And this shows how sophistication of the population is coming up. And as the sophistication comes up, you know also the planning changes.
The proportion of the active population aged 5 years and above declined to 58% in 2009 compared to 66% in 1999. The employment figures are not easy to interpret, with the government statistics people saying that out of the economically active population of 18 million, 15.8 million are employed and just 2.2 million are looking for work. Though the headline take-home from the census is the grim realization that Kenya is adding 1 million people yearly to the population.
It means we are facing a disaster unless we have an economy which is growing fast enough to accommodate the people, the extra population, for housing, for food, for education, for clothing, and for healthcare.
The population growth of 1 million a year is really worrying. And that's why this year we are going to mount a very aggressive family planning program. Family planning program, so that actually Kenyans know that it's important to plan for their families, to have fewer children, so that they live quality life.
News that the population is growing at about 1 million every year is a disaster in waiting for government if the proper social and economic interventions are not put in place. But it is good news for business, as signs of a growing consumer market. Larry Medowo, KTN, KCC, Nairobi.